Hello, welcome back to Talk My Animes, and I am back. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, and I'm sorry for not uploading, but just had a couple things to sort out. But I'm back now. I'm back. So to celebrate me coming back, like, subscribe, share, comment down below which animes you want me to cover next, which animes you are loving right now, the top animes which have came out. Just put in the comment below what you are interested in right now, and I'll get back to you, and I'll probably start looking into certain animes. So since I'm back, I got a little review and recommendation for you guys, and it is, as you can see in the thumbnail, it is Tokyo Revengers. I believe this is one of the best anime that's came out recently. The story is cold, the fighting's cold, and just the overall story is cold, and I believe you guys should check it out. And I got with it right now, I just realized there is a censored version and uncensored version, and I've watched the censored version, and the reason there is a censorship is because the symbol which they use on Tokyo Revengers is a Buddhism sign, which is like for peace and stuff like that. But to the Western world, they might see in a different light because it's German. So to people that don't know that, that's why there's, it's censored. So I understand why they did it, because you don't want to cause issues, and a lot of people which are not really educated on the symbol might see it in a different light. So that I learned something today. So yeah, so I'm gonna be catching up on Tokyo Revengers on it being uncensored. So let's get straight to the video. So Tokyo Revengers is an anime which I've been watching recently, and I would say spoilers. So the anime is time travel, and so I'm just gonna give you the plot, and I'm gonna give you what I've got from it so far. So with the anime, it is time travel. So our main character, Takemichi, 26, young as hell, looks young as hell, looks like a kid, finds out his ex-girlfriend from high school is died in a car crash, and she's been killed by a gang. So with that happening, Takemichi kind of like questions life, like, is there anything changed? Ends up dying, getting hit by a train. And with that happening, it's like his life flashes past him and he goes back in time. So basically it is time travel, and he's basically been given a second chance at life, because with the situation with Takemichi is his past life, he ran away and lived a delinquent life, but it didn't benefit him in any sort of way, and he ended up being a Mitch. He ran away as soon as he finished school, and ever since that he's been a Mitch. And from the first episodes, we see him apologizing for everything, apologizing to kids, like, what the hell. So with this, he's been given a second chance to one of the episodes, I like what he said, where he said, I'm not obligated to save Hinata. He's not obligated to save her, but he's been running away and he's not been doing nothing with his life, so he should go save her. And I thought that was cool, that in this situation he's not obligated to save her, like he can just go back to the present time and just live his life. But God has given him a second chance, and I thought that was cool. And I think with this whole story, we see I think it's a cool story, because it's one of the ones where, like, second chances are not always given, and we're seeing Takemichi, who's lived a Mitch life, hasn't done nothing, ran away from things, left his boys, and this is his chance to change his life, be something where he can be proud of himself. Like, in the present time, when he was a Mitch, he wasn't proud of himself. He was like, I feel like that with the Takemichi getting the second chance, we see a growth. And I finished season 1. I think, yeah, finished season 1, and I think season 2 just came out. And with season 1, we see Takemichi go from a mid to a top dog, but not even in terms of his fighting, but the way he presents himself and the way he talks to others. He says what is on his mind, and he says things which people might not agree with, but he says it with his heart, and I think that's why a lot of people respect him. And with the situation where my two favorite characters, Draken and Mikey, these two are two characters which are, I see them as the sun and the moon. Mikey is the fun, childish, and Draken is the cold, silent, but has his moments, but they balance each other. I see them as DMX. I see them as Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. That's how I see them. And cool partnership, and I like what they've done with these two, because we see what they are. And I think these two are one of the coldest characters which I've seen recently, because I just like how they carry themselves, and they're just as the delinquents, badass delinquents. And I like what they built, which is the gang, which is the biker gang. I can't remember which show it reminds me of, but they make kind of a delinquent group, which is like a brotherhood. And I like this aspect which they use, as in, because many gangs are started off as friends, brotherhood, chilling, just doing but we see in this show that it can start off as a brotherhood, but for example, you losing your broski, you losing someone, things can turn left. And obviously with the gangs, not everyone's gonna like you. You're gonna get oppositions, and they are gonna try to do their best to change everything you believe in. And we see that through the whole show, as we see people try to break up the friendship between Mikey and Draken. And if you break that friendship up, you kind of see what goes on. Where if you broke, like for example, one of the situations, Draken dies and Mikey ends up being ruthless, running a gang which does all sorts of criminal nonsense. And if he doesn't, the gang stays the same and there's no problems, because they balance each other out. Those two balance each other out. So I thought that was a cool aspect, and I like their whole gang culture, and it's kind of understandable because that's how I see gangs. As many gangs start off as friends and they lose their way because of certain events, and we see that people are trying to break them through within to cause that crack, which will lead to certain characters not being themselves and changing their aspect on life. So that's how I see the whole gang situation. How I see the whole just how the whole biker gang and how they carry themselves, Mikey, Draken, what they create. And we see a lot of stuff, and I would say this anime is pretty cold, very cold. And I have a lot of scenes which I've liked, which was one of the scenes which was Hinata hitting Mikey, but Mikey about to bitch slap the bitch, but he didn't. Respect. I thought he was gonna bitch slap the bitch. I thought Draco was gonna bitch slap the bitch, but that's not how they carry themselves. They respect women, and they will never put their hands on a woman. Respectable, cool. And one of my other scenes, we see Mikey fighting. One of the end scenes where we see Mikey fighting, can't remember his name, Hamana, yeah, one of the characters, yeah. And we see that, and that's building up for season 2, which I feel a lot of stuff's gonna happen. And the ending got me the ending shocked me, because the ending, I honestly believed everything was gonna go back to normal. But that whole ending shocked me because I didn't expect it. And is it me? Is it me? Everyone can go check it out for themselves. I'm not gonna ruin too much, but like, is it me, or the ending caught me by surprise? And one, Why is Takemichi the only one that looks really young? Like, everyone else looks grown, like they're actually grown, but he just looks really young. Like, for a 26-year-old, nothing happened. Not a beard, nothing. There's not facial. The only thing that's changed is hair. But like, that's my opinion on Tokyo Revengers and the philosophy that they use and the characters which I like, which are Draken and Mikey, and Takemichi's growth. I'm out here with a video talking about certain things. I don't want to put this video too long, so if you want to see me talk about Tokyo Revengers again, just like, subscribe, comment down below. This is Talk My Animes, and I'm out.